But I think we're gonna get started, and it's my great honor and privilege to have Mr. SuperAkouma on the stream for a little chit chat here with me. You all probably know him from various tournaments. He's been in multiple Tekken World Tours. I mean, ever since the first one, I think in 2017. I think you reached the top 8 in that one, did you not?
Oh, I didn't make. I did make finals, but not.
Okay, oh, you made it to finals. But now, of course, you're the talk of the town with your win at TheMixup. I think everyone has seen his comeback versus Shikurin. It's been posted about 1,000 times, and yeah, for good reason. It's probably one of the most epic. I must ask you, do you feel it's one of the most epic comebacks ever in a fighting game tournament?
Go that. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
All I can think about is I didn't optimize the combo. The low parry looks really good, but I could have just killed him with the combo,
But
like quite easily.
when did you know he was going to die? Were you thinking as you were doing those
No,
Hadouken EX cancels like, ah, he dead now, il est mort?
I wasn't really thinking about that. Otherwise, I would have optimized and he was dead.
Okay.
I just thought, I'm gonna bring him to the wall. He's gonna have a sliver of left, mix up. We'll see what happens.
And the low parry you did, I know you had like 1 HP, your Akuma. Do a lot of people go for that toe kick? And that's why you did the low parry?
The thing is, the toe, I can't evade the toe kick. I can't jump over it. I can't do a hit. I can't do anything because I'm a disadvantage to the rage.
I
And
didn't know
since he
that.
plays Akuma, well, he plays Akuma, so he knew that. So I knew he was. I've died too many times just on do a death combo, I almost death combo, and then die on toe kick. But you can fuzzy low parry. That's not what I did. I knew he was going to the low. But you can do like down forward and block for the mid.
So the only thing you can do there as Akuma is either a duck guard, crouching guard, or a low parry.
Yeah.
Okay, I had no idea. I thought that was I mean, of course it's a mix-up situation, but I thought Akuma was more in advantage here, but that's how ignorant I am. Um, but yeah, awesome comeback. And if we could just please start with you giving us some of your fighting game background. I know you told me you actually played Tag 2, but I'm so surprised because there's no Akuma in Tag 2. Were you still called SuperAkouma back in those days, or?
That was always my name. Yeah. So my mom was shouting stairs. Yeah. Yeah. So I was always called Super Akuma. Like when Akuma was announced, I was hyped.
You were hype. Yeah,
But
okay, so it sounds like you like Akuma. That's good.
yeah,
So
but I've
why
been
but why
like
Tekken? Like you love Akuma, so my mind directly goes to Street Fighter. So how come Tekken?
I've always played Tekken. I'm not a Street Fighter player.
I don't understand. I love Akuma. He's the best. He's not in Tekken, but holy shit, I'm gonna call myself Super Akuma in Tag 2. And then of course Akuma is revealed, and I understand your hype, but like, it's just. I
Like
immediately thought you were a Street Fighter guy. Like you've played Street Fighter for 20 years, and now you're trying Tekken because Akuma is suddenly in Tekken. But seems like you're a Tekken guy.
no, I've always been. The name Super Akuma doesn't even come from Akuma.
Okay.
It's kind of a silly story. I don't know if you know Team Four Star, the guys who do the Dragon Ball Bridge series on YouTube. Well, there's a character called Super Kami Guru. I needed a new PSN name. Didn't know what to put. Super Kami that was already taken. And I thought, what sounds vaguely similar to that? And I landed on Super Akuma.
Okay, so it actually had no connection to this character. I'm actually showing everyone Akuma your gameplay here on stream. So you didn't have connection to.
Yeah, like, I did like the character.
Okay.
Didn't really come because of the character.
Okay, well, that's very interesting. My next question was going to be, because I thought you were a Street Fighter player, I was going to ask you about how do you feel about Street Fighter Akuma versus the character he is in Tekken. Have you had some experience with Street Fighter playing Akuma?
Yeah. I play it very casually with friends. Right? I love the Shoryuken that comes back down when he's in V-Trigger. I wish they'd give me that.
Yeah, maybe you'll get it in Tekken 8. But I mean, of course, I don't know if he'll still be around in Tekken 8. I hope so, though.
The next game, Tekken Cross Street.
You think that's gonna happen? I mean,
They're still making it. They keep saying they didn't scrap.
Exactly.
We still got 2 good years of Tekken 7 before thinking about.
Yeah, it's still a great game. I hope we get a season 3. It's the thing is just like Tekken X Street Fighter. I think they announced that in like, was it 2012?
Yeah, Step 2 was still a. No, it must have been a bit later. Maybe 2013.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then like five years later, I think Harada tweets, it's still in development. We're at 30%. Yeah.
The thing is, with new technology coming up, they gotta redo everything. It's complicated game.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know where to start balancing that, and I think they've done a great job with Akuma. I mean, he still has his identity, and they just made it work somehow. I thought he wouldn't work, as suddenly you can step the Hadouken. You can't really zone in the same way, but it just works.
They explained it's actually a lot easier to bring a 3 than the opposite, because you can add things and he can keep his identity. But when you put Tekken characters in Street Fighter, they lose a lot of of their identity.
Exactly. Did you try and play Street Fighter X Tekken?
I did.
Okay, you cut out a little bit there, but I did hear no. I tried it, and yeah, as you said, like, Kazuya is not Kazuya in Street Fighter X Tekken. It feels like you're playing a Street Fighter character that looks like Kazuya, but coming
Looks
to...
like you're a Street Fighter character with less flashy moves, so what's the point?
Exactly. But, okay, so you won the mix-up. How did it feel to win in France? You won a big Tekken World Tour tournament, and it's in France of all places, and it's your first Tekken World Tour tournament win, and it's in France, in your homeland.
It's my first Tekken World Tour
Master win.
I have
okay.
I have won Tekken World Tour tournaments before.
Good correction. So your first big master epic win, but it's in France. Did that make it feel extra awesome?
It was good to have the crowd on my side, but to be fair, I still have trouble believing I won. Right, I'm having trouble grasping it.
Yeah, it's like, it must be unbelievable. If I were you, and that's probably never gonna happen, but I would also sit, days after and go like, that actually happened. I can go back to YouTube and watch highlights, and that's actually me beating up Cherry Berry Mango, low high, just obliterating them pretty much, and it's it must feel kind of surreal. And I think a lot of people didn't. I'm gonna get into this in later questions, but the fact that you did it with Akuma, and that a lot of people don't think very highly of EU Tekken.
We do tend to play a bit crazy. Like, even the top Americans agree that the medium level of Europe is actually higher. They've got a few extremely good top players, but overall, EU's probably the better region.
Oh, okay. So you've heard actual like American top players say this.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Like the difference isn't overwhelming, but we've got more good players, just less top.
Okay, that's very interesting. And I wanted to ask you, a lot of people seeing you progress through the tournament started to cry and shout, you know, nerf Akuma, look at the fucking damage. You know, even Harada, I made a video on this. Harada responds, you know, it has 2,500 likes where he says like, well, SuperAkouma in this case, you know, he had 2 bars, he was in rage, he was in the perfect placement, he got the perfect read. How do you feel about Akuma's damage? Do you feel there's any weight to people saying he's overpowered, he does death combos by blinking? You know, how do you feel about that?
The thing is, against a good player, I guess I kind of made it look easy, but it is very hard to actually land a hit that will give you that damage. He's very rewarding, but it's very hard to actually get a hit.
Exactly, because you need, of course, in that comeback, you got a read on. I don't remember what Shikurin did, if it was forward 4 or down back 4, but you jump over, you time the jump correctly, and then of course I guess that kick has to hit when you're pretty low to the ground.
He did the jump 4. He did down forward 1.
He did down forward 1, okay. And then you comboed with down 2 into Hado, down 2 Hado.
Yeah.
So I just want to ask you, again, we talked about this now. I feel you used his jump in a great way, the demon flip, the 50-50, seeing you mix up down 3 clean hit with while standing 2. I don't know how many times I saw Cherryberry Mango eat while standing 2, you just running up on his face on tech roll or whatever, while standing 2 into huge combo, those tech traps where I was like, my jaw went to the floor, I hadn't seen them before, jump over Tatsu, and then as wall combo you did down forward 1-1, down 1+2 into demon flip, down 4 I think it is, where you do a cross up.
Yeah, yeah.
So like
I've got a few. That's why at one point I do 2 different tech traps in a row and know I go. Because when you eat one, if you see a different setup, you think, all right, he's not going for it, but it's just that I have another one.
Okay, so I just want to ask you, what all of this creative gameplay you have with Akuma, is Akuma still unknown to some extent? Like, do you feel there's still more to the character we haven't seen? And why did it take so long for someone to actually, I'm not going to say put this character on the map, but to some extent, that's kind of what you did. I mean, no one has performed like this with the character. And the character dropped in 2016 when the arcades got the Fated Retribution expansion. So why did it take to 2019, do you think, before real noise was generated behind this character?
Because when Tekken 7 was still young, the Koreans still had a huge lead in level on it. Now, they still got the lead, but it's not, because global competition has helped homogenize the level in all the regions. And the thing is, the Koreans did have and they did play, because he was completely broken in arcade. He was really broken. And people are shouting for nerfs now. If I had that Akuma, I would have been winning toss for a while. Completely ridiculous. But they played him then, and he got nerfed about 10 times, which kind of makes you want to stop playing. And they just went back to usual top tiers that were.
Exactly, and I'm sorry interrupting you, but I even remember many of those top Koreans saying, Oh, Akuma is useless now after this latest patch. He's like D tier. It's suicide to play Akuma, but that was, I guess, greatly exaggerated then.
Yeah, and season 2 helped quite a bit, but yeah, he got a lot worse in comparison. But he's still got some decent tools. He's got shitty tracking, bad movement, but if you can be patient enough to land that hit, and if you got the execution, I don't know. For me, it feels worth it.
Okay.
But he does have some glaring flaws.
Okay. I want to get more into that a bit later. But I also wanted to ask you, like, when you fought Cherry Berry Mango in this tournament, you guys were in the winners finals. That was a very hype and very close set you played. I mean, he barely won there. And then it's the grand finals. You go up against Cherry Berry Mango again, and suddenly, I don't think I've ever seen him as flustered. I mean, I'm sitting there with a lot of people thinking, is he even gonna get a fucking round? So here, I'm really curious into hearing, what the hell were you thinking going into that match? Had you changed something? What was your reaction to how Cherry Berry Mango played? What do you think happened? Did he cave mentally? Did you actually download him completely? Like, what happened?
So on that, I do think that I broke his mind and
you broke his mind. Okay.
Sorry, with the mix-up crowd against you, it's very hard to play.
Yeah.
But I kind of downloaded him, but I just took a few good guesses. Like most of the time, it avoids the. I just have to stay solid and wait for some openings. It's not really, oh, I know everything he was going to do. It's more just stay solid. An opportunity will be coming up.
Okay, but what was, if you just remember, what was it you learned during the winner's final set that you suddenly applied in the grand finals? And what was that read? I know you said now you didn't know exactly what he was going to do at all times, and of course, but you were so dominant suddenly.
It's just, I don't know what it was in the winner's final. I think it was maybe the pressure of thinking, oh, I made it to winner's final, and it's against CBM. I did believe I don't know. I was spamming dick jabs for no reason. I just by like F4, forward 4-2. I played kind of dumb and even though I did fuck up an input, which would have I think it was 2-1. It would have been 2-1 for me if I didn't mess up one of my. So I knew I probably should have won winners if I didn't mess up. So don't mess up.
Okay, so nerves were more in the way in winners finals than grand finals.
Yeah.
Okay. It was just an amazing set to watch. And going forward in Tekken World Tour, how are you preparing now? What are you expecting out of yourself after this win? And probably everyone's gonna be studying Akuma now, a character that's suddenly in the spotlight. Like, how are you gonna prepare for this?
Like I said, I don't believe I won because I used broken stuff. I didn't even hit him with that many combos for CB. Chikrin, I did hit a death combo, but that didn't really happen to CB. I'm just gonna keep training and do my best.
Okay.
But like they did know the matchup somewhat. They could have done a few things better. But I'm used to playing against people that know him because the Europeans are already sick of it. Like I said, I've been winning Tekken World Tours for a while. It's just not been mastered.
Okay.
I've played against people that have really studied the match. I know how to deal with people.
Yeah, and obviously, of course, the Koreans know this matchup. You know, they are experts against most characters. It's just that no one's ever really gone this far with the character. It just feels like maybe a little bit like, not saying it's entirely the case here, but you probably remember Rangchu, you know, with Kuma, where everyone's like, well, that's impossible, you know, and Harada himself saying, Riri, you know, very famously. Of course, Akuma is no Kuma, but it still feels like everyone was caught a little bit off guard.
Yeah, of course. What you get for playing in uncommon characters, people aren't used to it. They might have labbed the matchup, but they won't have that many opportunities to play against. I know the Koreans have a couple of Kuma, they're quite good, but I know that from what I heard, the Japanese don't have any Akumas anymore.
Okay. And speaking of that, I wanted to ask you, like, who inspires you in Tekken? You know, a Tekken player that you feel is plays maybe a certain way you like, or who has, well, I mean, I guess just inspired the way you look at the game or play the game. You don't have to say main man, by the way.
I'll be honest. Like when I started off, you did inspire the beginning. Like one of the reasons I like doing combos so much because before I learned how to actually play the game, I learned how to do combos watching your video from Tekken 6. Now I've got other inspirations for sure. But
well, thanks so much. It's an honor. Thank you.
So Fergus has helped me. He has helped me quite a bit to take it to learn to see the game differently because I was a bit too competitive, and you know losses were kind of crushing. I was getting super hyped. You can see early matches of me. It just looks like I'm on cocaine.
I want to see these. Send me the clips. I must post this. Yeah.
But now you see when I win, I just get up calm. I'll shake my opponent's hand, and I'm just satisfied with my win.
Okay.
Fergus needs help in getting that attitude. I know he gets really trembly, but I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen him get quite emotional in matches as well. But so he has helped you get focus and a certain calm. I don't think
that's how he plays, but somehow I think he has. Like, so he's supported me because we've had the same struggle of trying to qualify for final, which last year, like, I lost a lot of sleep over it, just getting really worried. Like, am I actually going to qualify? Oh God, I've been doing this all year. I'm this close to the finishing. I need to do it. And it was just extremely stressful. But like, since we were both in the same boat, he did help me. Like, it was support.
Yeah. Fergus seems like a really, really nice guy. I've met him once. It was a pleasure, and I was very happy when he got his Twitch partnership. He, for the longest time, he was asking on Twitter, "Why don't I have a partnership?" And eventually, Twitch heard him. So I was very happy to see that. And I wanted to ask you regarding notable Akuma players that maybe have contributed to the way you play. Like, for example, Ricksta from the US. Is that someone you've looked up to a little bit, or?
I'll be honest, not really. I did. I did take the key child rage art setup off him, but I think every Akuma stole it.
Oh, he came up with that?
I don't know if he came up with that, but he did it in a tournament. It kind of did circled around the Akuma, and we kind of all stole it. I don't know if others really knew about it before, and he did it in a.
Okay, so Ricksta not so much, but is there perhaps a Korean or another American Akuma, Japanese, European? You know, is there another Akuma where you feel like, oh, he's taught me a lot of things, or he's inspired me?
I wouldn't say inspired, but Guki Akuma has come up with a couple combos I stole. So That's nice. Like my while standing two combo, the while standing two, demon flip one, forward three, jab jab, or my a jab shoryuken combo with the forward three double jab tail and jumping down three, forward forward two one. I stole that off.
And Goki Akuma, I've seen the name. Is he European?
Yeah, he's English.
He's English. Okay. Uh, who is the toughest opponent you've ever fought in a Tekken tournament?
The toughest match I've had, or the strongest?
Toughest match.
Toughest. It's probably JDCR back, but I wasn't as good as I am. Didn't know the match. It was definitely toughest.
JDCR.
Yeah, JDCR back then. Early Tekken.
Okay, because I guess today he's not what he was then.
It's not even that. It's just I haven't played him.
Okay.
I want to play his armor. How you do? With no sponsor.
Yeah, no sponsor is that's a heartbreaker that he doesn't have a sponsor. I don't know why. I mean, his results are obviously not as good as they used to be, but he still quite reliably makes it to top 8. But it's incredible that he actually doesn't make it guaranteed to top 8 anymore, because if you would have said that to a competitive Tekken player in 2017, that, oh, by the way, in 2019 JDCR is not going to make it to top 8 anymore, you'd be like, you're on crack, you know, that's impossible. But so if we could just get into a little bit more of detail. You started talking previously about Akuma's strengths and weaknesses. I'd love to hear more on that. And also these 2D characters, you know, Geese. What's your opinion on Geese? Is Geese stronger and more reliable than Akuma? Can we even say one of those two is stronger? How do they compare to each other? You don't have to talk for 10 minutes, but if you can just get a brief analysis on both those characters would be great.
Start on Akuma. What do you think is the strongest thing about offense or defense? I'm asking you.
Okay, his strengths.
What's he stronger? Defense or offense?
I think he has tools in both areas, but I would say, I mean, his 50-50 is like almost nothing else, I would say, if he has meter. And his punishment, if he has meter, is like nothing else. But I guess not the best counter tools, perhaps, and maybe struggles a bit to pressure if he doesn't have meter. Has to rely a lot on jumping and demon flip mix-ups, which can be super risky. And as you said, he seems very steppable. Other than that demon flip kick that tracks, that seems good, but that still takes a while to come out. So I don't know.
Answer. Defense is actually. People fear the EXDP. It's always a threat.
Yeah.
I barely use it, but people are still extremely scared.
Yeah, but it's super annoying. It's like at any time you become invincible, like on the first frame, right?
Yeah. If you're at -9 and you do it.
Yeah, that's insane.
The thing is, just having it is better than using it.
That's so interesting. It's a bit philosophical, and it's like, it's how a lot of people, veteran Mishima players, say a good Mishima player never uses Hell Sweep because it's a move that's great even if you never use it, because it's all people think about. Oh, he's probably gonna do a Hell Sweep, and they duck, and you've never thrown a Hell Sweep. So
yeah, exactly the same principle, but also it's counter. They may lack range, but they are very strong. I've got a 10 frame counter hit confirmable launcher that does it like just jab jab. It's very good to like if you want to pressure me, be careful what you pressure. It's just I don't not even the down jab, which work the same way. I've just got a standing jab
Yeah, yeah.
and about 2 bars, no walls, I can do about off of a jab. 10 frame. Like it's faster than any Magic 4. Doesn't have the range, like I said, 100 damage. Double down jab, same. I've got the regular big shuriken that has some invincibility. I can teleport away from it. I can jump away from it. His defense is really weak.
That's
like,
true.
You want to stop the 50-50? Just back that. I won't get the clean hit. It's that easy.
Yeah.
If you step, I can't remember if it's left. There's one side, nothing. You can step while standing. You can just sidewalk, and while standing, 2 won't hit you. And I'm not talking little.
Okay, so there's a side, left or right, I can step to avoid your 50-50.
Yeah, you can dodge everything. Gotta rely on either high homing or 23 frame mid homing.
That's good. That's pretty slow.
Or down 4. Down 4's a big risk. Reward.
Yeah, it's such a risky low, but it still seems to be pretty okay to throw out once in a while. Like I know they can't tech roll, right? That knockdown.
No, you can't.
Does it set up good Oki?
Depends. It can be okay, but you really have to guess what they're gonna do. At the wall, it's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah. Because if I try to do like a running move, they can side roll out of the way. But if they side roll after 4, again, I can't really set up the 50-50 because I'm too far.
Okay.
Yeah, it's decent.
So would you say Geese is a more aggressive character?
The thing is, he's got the same problem as Akuma. Actually, even worse. The only thing, if you don't have back 3-2, the only thing you have to actually get in is down 4. Because 2 is special mid, so if you would duck, you wouldn't have the problem.
Yeah.
The only thing you have that's long range to get in, down. But defensively, he's got his dig.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's got good movement.
Yeah.
His jump is okay if you want to jump over low. Yeah, they're better defensive characters.
Okay. I just feel like overall it's much harder to try and pinpoint those 2 characters compared to your typical Tekken character. I just feel like they're so complicated, you know, the rules they have and their move set that is obvious for very obvious reasons very different to a more classic Tekken character, even though I feel Geese, as maybe you were pointing to, has more of these tools, like a standing 4 of attracts and counter hit launches, a down for 2, which is a also launching counter hit homing move. Like Geese doesn't really have those like base tools that
Geese, it's not like, apart from doing raging, he's not a very hard character. He does. You do have to learn a couple things, but Geese is relatively easy, which is why you do tend to see a lot more Geese than Akuma. At the Tekken World, I don't know if you attended, but there was a huge screen, and you could see 4 matches at the same time. There was one point, there was 4 Geese.
4
at
Geese.
The same, like we were watching 4 Geese matches at the same time.
Oh shit. Yeah, he's. I know he's way more popular, but that's kind of also I've always felt like due to being a little more like a Tekken character and not being as situational as Akuma. He just feels like an obviously better pick for a tournament format. I don't know how you feel there, but Akuma is a little bit more situational.
Thing is, how most people play Akuma is not. But Akuma's got a better down forward 1. I know down forward 1-4 is probably better than my mid. My down forward 1 is a bit better. My jabs are better. If I get the counter hit, it's die. My dig jab mix-up. No, not me. My dig jab gets a lot more damage. Like the few tools we share, I've got the better tool. It's just that I don't have that back 3-2 and that parry. I have to take a risk instead of parry. Parry, the only risk is they didn't throw out a hit.
Exactly.
If you threw out a hit that would hit me, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Or I've got to do DP, which I don't want to do.
And back 3-2 being like one of the scariest moves in the game, in my opinion. Yeah.
That's the only thing that makes him relatively bad. Back 3-2 and the parry. For the rest, most of my tools are actually better than when they're the same.
Yeah.
Hadouken can be better than Rapukin, but that's about the same. I think my Super Fireball is better than the Super Rapukin, but it doesn't hit well.
Okay. And now, very funny, I want you to, if you can, give me a top 5 of French players. Who are the best French players? Top 5.
That's easy. We've done that before. We've got our own French team. Do I have to give an order?
You must give them an exact order of strength, power level. So it's probably Gunny.
Actually, no. After me, it's Doug. Sure.
A Doug from Paris?
Yeah.
The philosopher. Okay.
In my opinion. Then, the thing is, he doesn't have the tournament results to back it up. But I have to put Bambino. You probably don't know it.
I mean, are we talking about Doug from Paris, or?
Oh, no, I lie. Doug's second.
Doug's second, okay. And then it was?
Then I'm gonna have to put Bambino.
Bambino?
Yeah.
Okay.
You probably don't know. You could, if you played casuals with him, you'll know that he's an amazing player. It's just, he struggles in tournaments. Okay. You almost beat.
Who does he play?
The problem is he doesn't know who he plays. He's been in the character crisis since early last year, which is really hurt. He's an amazing. He's my sparring.
Cool. He must be good then, considering he's built up all of your strength now. But fourth place.
Without playing against him, but I gotta say, his character crisis has helped me a lot because I'm just learning every matchup. Then I'd say either Kalak or Gunny.
Kalak or Gunny. So those are 4th and 5th.
Yeah. Kalak's more consistent in what he does, but I don't think what he does is particularly amazing. It's good, of course, he wouldn't be in the top 5. But Gunny can sometimes play amazing, and sometimes, like, you'll see him, it's like he's not playing.
Okay. I just quickly have to get into Gunny here, because I wanted to ask you. I think it was not this time at Germany, but the one prior to that, Mr. Naps visited. And he played against Gunny, and then something happened where I was like, is this for real? Where Gunny won, was it 6 rounds straight on Naps?
It's possible. I know I beat him pretty hard.
No, no, it was very hard. What is it you guys say? Like, il a été enfoncé dans le cul? I don't know. Some French guy said that about the match, but
Pretty much.
so like, well, I don't get like that must have been pretty cool for the French community. Oh, 9-0, 9-0.
Yeah. Like I said, occasionally you'll play like that. Occasionally you'll play like shit. You can never know with him.
Okay, so he varies a lot in his power level.
Yeah, he tends to, like, generally he's good. It's quite good. He's got some really weird losses to his name.
Okay, that's
But
good
Doug's
to know.
a lot more consistent. Very, very.
Okay, thanks for the list. And now, quickly, and you must rank them in order, top 5 EU players.
Top 5 EU. I'm going to put myself in.
Oh my god, arrogant?
I didn't say number 1.
Okay,
that one's
you
not...
may, it's okay. You may put yourself there after winning the mix-up. It's okay.
Tishamon. It's got to be it.
Tishamon. You put him at number 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess that's him. Like, his results are getting more and more consistent.
Asim is super good. I'm just surprised he hasn't made more of a splash, the last few years.
He got further damage anyway. He's doing better and better. He did well at the LCQ. He's always in top 8. That's him for sure. And then Europe's a very complicated region. There's so many good players that just keep overlapping. Like Sefi Black always did amazing at the mix-up, but I know like Bambino beats him and Doug beats him normally, and it looks kind of easy. Sefi did beat Doug at the I've seen Sefi lose some weird matches as well, kind of like good, and he hasn't done as many. But Fergus has done a lot. If I gotta pick 5, I'm gonna put
Fergus.
Oh no.
Okay.
I don't know. The thing is, we haven't seen Kane in so long. Is that
Kane and Trench?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, he was definitely top 5, but I haven't seen him in so long.
Okay.
Really, the top 5 in Europe is very hard.
Yeah, I guess it is. Like, it's very up and down for a lot of notable players. Like Kane and Trench had a really good year. Which year was it? Was it 2018?
2017 was good, and 2018 until he had to stop.
Okay. But so if you had to pick top 5 overall best players, what would you say then?
Oh, but before I get onto the World Cup, Gerlanda did win the L. I gotta put him in the top.
In the top 5, you put Gerlanda.
Because I really don't know who to put. So, like, he won the LCQ. You can't really.
Yeah, he absolutely deserves a mention here. Yeah, I agree.
Top 5 world. Me. Huda. Me. Aloha. What am I up? 3? I need 2 more.
You need 2 more, SuperAkouma. It's very important.
I want to say Nobi, but I've heard he's kind of quit training recently. So that's why he didn't do. From previous results, Nobi, maybe Naroma.
Oh, you would include Naroma. That's an interesting pick. I mean, he's a very wow, what's it called? A steady, consistent player.
Yeah, because a lot of people always say, "Oh, Korea, Korea," but Naroma's been very beating, doing very well. He hasn't had as many big wins as the Korean. He's definitely proved that he could, and I do think he's won. And he's been qualified 2 years. I
Mm.
think he's kind of overlooked.
Okay, very interesting. Um, how do you explain your increase in skill? It's not like you were a bad player in 2017. You were really, really, really good, but there was still a very obvious step between, well,
Well,
frankly, Western players compared to the top Koreans and Japanese players. So like suddenly you're sitting here, you've won the mix-up, you've a tournament where not only Cherry Mango attended, but I mean Ni himself was there, and many many other notable players, and Lowhigh. Uh, yeah, like how do you explain your increase in skill? How have you been? Have you what's it called? Hyperbolic time chamber? Is that where you went?
before, in the dark days of two, we would barely see the Koreans. They'd come once a year, twice. We would see them, we would die, but we'd have. But now, thanks to the Tekken World Tour, we see a lot more of them. As a region, we've all got a lot better, and the fact that I've been able to attend so many tournaments so quick. Like the last 2 years was like, please, just I don't want another tournament. I'm having Vietnamese flashbacks. Like,
yeah. Yeah.
please let me live. I don't want to just do tournaments and the pressure of points. But yeah, but there was tournaments all the time with top players. Whether if it's not top Asian players, there's at least top European. We as a region, we've been able to grow so much quicker. Like I was arguing on Twitter with some scrub, saying, "Oh, but the Koreans are so much better. You just win, blah blah. Would you win with another character?" I said, if I put in the work, there's no reason why I shouldn't. Asim's Devil Kazuya's been Korean, Kalak, Nindo. There's so many European names that have won against Korean. I just happened to do it all the way until grand final. It's I got better, but I believe as a region we got better, which is why I got better. Just the environment.
Yes, and as you said, the fact that they actually had such a head start on us. I mean, they've had Tekken 7 since 2015.
Yeah, they did have that. We've The thing is, the better you get, the slower you'll progress. So eventually, we're still going quite fast, but they're growing more slowly. If they're the best, they can't fight anyone stronger to get better. They just have to get better on their own. But we fight them, so they make us stronger, and that's why we're getting closer and closer to closing the gap. I don't believe my win at the mix-up means, oh, that's it. Europe's better than Korea. We did. No, that's I don't believe that at all. But it just shows that we are getting better. Americans as well are doing very good against Korea. Like
Yeah.
you see, I think it's Anakin against maybe Lohan. I can't remember. You really wrecked.
Yeah.
I can't remember what match it was. It almost looked like trolling it. It's just we're all closing the gap with the Koreans. They're still better, no doubt. We're getting there.
Wow. Great analysis. And then I wanted to ask you about the Hitbox, the controller you use. It was released a couple of years ago. I think it was in 2013. And there it is, the beauty. And it was a little bit controversial. I think the Hitbox team marketed it as a super controller, brilliant. Sorry. Sorry about that, I got a cold. But this brilliant invention that was gonna make, you know, certain inputs faster, more consistent. And it's been controversial, it's perfectly legal at tournaments. I mean, I have opinions on it, I have opinion on keyboard. Some people said on Twitter that they got from my video that I said that you won mix-up because of that controller, and I just wanted to clarify here that is not at all what I said or what I think. If you look at the matches, it's very evident that SuperAkouma makes great reads. He has great strategy, and that's why he wins. On this level of play, execution is a tiny, tiny, minuscule proportion of what is going on. But that said, I have other opinions on these controllers, and I think this is the first time someone wins a tournament of this magnitude using a Hitbox, a Tekken tournament. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I would just love to hear your opinions on the Hitbox. What are the weaknesses and strengths? Have you played with a traditional arcade stick? Have you played with a pad? How do you feel they compare to the Hitbox? How long have you been playing the Hitbox? Why do you play the Hitbox? Like,
I'll just give you the sales pitch.
Okay.
And why I think the Hitbox. I was a pad. I got myself a pretty shitty arcade stick. Didn't really arcade stick. I think it was mostly due to the fact that it wasn't good. Then I was gonna get myself a better stick. That's where the Hitbox.
Okay.
So I saw what it was capable of. It looked like, I thought, as well, try that. That looks even better than I. And it turns out it was. But it's better because of the differences between controller and stick. Stick is a lot more precise. But it's slow. You gotta move your entire wrist and move the lever the direction. There's quite a bit of travel time to the controller where you fuck. The problem with the thumb, it's fast, but it's precise. So the Hitbox, you get the precision of a. You're just as.
Sorry, SuperAkouma. It's super interesting, but the audio cut off right as in your sentence here. Could you just repeat what you said?
Yeah. The advantage of the controller is fast. Advantage of the stick, precise. With the Hitbox, you get the precision of this, if better, and you're just as fast controller, because all four of your fingers are on every direction.
Okay, so with the Hitbox, you get the certain identity and advantage of both the pad and the stick combined, like precision and speed.
Which is why, like, people always say, like, I've heard people say the mix, to which I have to say it's very good, but it is not. The people who made the Hitbox actually went through that design and decided they could do better, and then they did.
Okay.
People who play Mixbox, I think, it should only be people that are used, because the Hitbox is just mechanically, from an engineering standpoint, better.
Yeah.
Instead of having 3 fingers on 3, you have 4 fingers on 4 directions. It's that easy.
Exactly. I mean, it is pretty brilliant when you look at it from an engineering perspective, and it's like, why did I don't know where arcade culture comes from. I'm thinking it's Asia, Japan. When you see the Hitbox, it just feels so obviously faster that why did they ever bother with a joystick in some way?
Joystick for fighting it. like if I remember correctly, they used to have square games,
Mm?
but in shape of a diamond. So you would have left, up, right, and down. You wouldn't have diagonal to play some old arcade games. When they made Street Fighter, what they did that was brilliant to add the other two directions is turn the diamond and tilt it slightly so you get a square. And that's how you got the arcade stick. Arcade machines always existed, but they weren't meant to do all those. Now we've got something better. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay, well,
It-
I mean, thank you for a very
it's
interesting
like
analysis, and
always
it's.
built-
Hmm?
yeah, like arcade machines were always built for technology because that's just how they were built before. It's a design that works, obviously. They didn't try to improve it because that's just what they're supposed to look like. That's what they're supposed to be. That's what people enjoy. Arcade sticks are fun. Play. That doesn't mean there's not anything better and more.
Yes, and it's interesting talking about it like this because I feel that to a lot of people it's a very sensitive topic, and it immediately becomes this hyperbole of like hitboxes are complete fucking bullshit, you know, and should not be allowed, or people.
That's what I've got. People say, "Oh, you picked up the hitbox when it's having Akuma." I've been playing on hitbox for 7 years.
Yeah.
That is why I have that execution. I didn't get it overnight. It took me about a month, maybe two, to get down the down three into back one.
Hmm.
Like, it's not a magical input device that will make you stop anything. It is still very hard. It's just, it is easier, but like it's still very, very hard.
Yeah, I feel
Still,
the
my
layout,
friend,
I've tried it. I mean, the layout is so annoying to me. I prefer the Mixbox, you know, where it's like regular keyboard keys.
it looks more intuitive.
Hmm.
But trust me, if you just stick with the hitbox for like a month, maybe two, you will get accustomed very, very well. And like I said, it's more precise. It's four fingers for the rest. You just have to rewire your brain quickly. You're so used to a stick. I understand when it looks so far. It feels maybe it's easier starting.
Yeah. So everyone in the chat keeps trolling about the audio. We've had some issues, but I think it's been pretty okay so far. But so now I just want to conclude this interview with the most important part, that's called rank the player. And after that, I hope to have the honor of playing SuperAkouma here in a first to free. And I know everyone wants to see that, how Main Man proves himself as the best player ever by stepping out of the shadows and taking on the mix-up champion. Yeah, I'm gonna get creamed, but it's gonna be fun either way. But now a little game that is very serious called Rank the Player. I'm gonna name a lot of global huge Tekken names here to SuperAkouma. And he's gonna power level rank them from 1 to 10. 1 being a useless slob, a bum, to 10 being a Tekken god. And he has exactly 3 seconds to make up his mind with every name I drop. Okay, so I'm gonna start. Ni. Oh god, audio fuck up. That was a 10.
10.
I'm lip reading. JDCR.
Back then, 10, 9, 8.5.
8.5, how dare you? We're talking about JDCR!
If you're pushing it. But I think
Okay, wait, I'm just going, okay. 8.5. Okay, Cherry Berry Mango.
7.
7? He went to the grand finals with you. What is this?
Still 7.
Okay. Anakin.
7.
7.5. Okay, I hope I'm a 7.5. Speed Kicks.
6.
6.5. Chanel.
8. 8 point. Maybe not.
Arslan Ash.
8.
King J.
4.
Ryan Hart.
4.
Rip.
3.
Okay, I'm gonna get angry calls from Rip any second now, Monsieur Akuma. Mr. Nabs?
8.
Oh, I agree. Fergus?
7.
Shikurin?
0.5.
What was that?
7.5 to 8.
7.5? Sephi Black? Audio issues? 7. Nobi?
9.
Legendary Mihawk?
I really can't remember how to say that. Stream.
What was that? Audio issues? You don't?
I don't watch his streams. Before, maybe? I really don't.
Haven't you played him in tournament?
Yeah, once 2 years ago.
Okay.
Like one first 2 years ago, isn't it?
Okay. And last one, Kudans. Audio fuck up.
10. What do you mean?
He's a 10. Okay. So that was pretty fun. Thanks so much for that. That's going to conclude the interview portion of this. And again, thanks for being a good sport. And I contacted him yesterday about this and he said absolutely. And it's been a joy and a great honor. Thank you so much, man. And now I'm looking forward to beating you up in a first to free.
There is one thing I would like.
Okay.
I really don't like doing.
Okay.
I'm trying to get to Evo.
You're trying to get to
Evo.
Ah, you want to compete at Evo?
Yeah, the problem is sponsor can't pay for even half.
Ah, okay. Are you gonna start a donation fund, a Kickstarter?
It's been started. I don't know if it's been posted yet. I think Spags. And yeah, I really don't like. If anyone enjoyed this my match, wants to see me at Evo.
Oh damn! I don't think you should feel bad about asking that at all. I think that
I don't want it to feel like I'm cashing in right after the mix. It's just the timing.
No, but I mean, you played super hype. I mean, everyone shit their pants. I mean, I shit my pants. So who wouldn't want to see your Akuma at Evo? I mean, I already thought your sponsor would send you, but so they're paying half, and you need the second half. You've already started Kickstarter. Can someone drop the link perhaps in the chat?
I don't know if Spag posted it, but if you go on Spag's Twitter, go on my Twitter.
It'll on Spag's Twitter. Okay.
It will be. I don't know if you put it up.
Absolutely, and I'll link it on YouTube. I'll link it on YouTube. Obviously, you should be going, and I think the community should help out here, and also donate to me as usual. Sorry.
You get a cut to help me promote.
No, exactly. I just promoted you. I need 20%. I'm your sponsor now. You better put TMM right next to your name at Evo. TMM SuperAkouma.
I won't disclose anything more than that, but if I could have 2 names, I would have already been able to go to Evo. I can't say more than that, but the reason I didn't start this earlier is because I did have to go, and they kind of...
Yeah, but I'm sure this is gonna happen. I mean, there's another 3 months until Evo, even though of course you want to book those tickets as soon as possible. But absolutely, I shall link that. And yeah, I think that's a great cause. I mean, I'm not trying to suck up or suck dick here, but you're a very interesting player to watch, and I think pretty much everyone agrees. I mean, yeah, it's self-evident. I don't feel I should have to back that up. But great stuff. So now I'm gonna do. No, I don't have you as a friend on Steam, I think.
I don't think. Well, let me just set it up anyway.
Yes.